Welcome back to the 2025 Dream Nations Cup here from the American Dream Mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Final day of round robin play. We have seen the women settle things. We have seen men's Division I settle things. And now we will find out who will play who in men's Division II semifinals tomorrow. My name is Will Wiggleman. If you've been with me all day, welcome back. If this is your first game of the day, welcome in. We have Team Caribbean against Team Pakistan. Here for this game, the top two teams currently in the standings in men's Division II. And we'll take a look at the standings. Caribbean 2-0, has 13 goals scored, none given up. This Caribbean side that has been very, very strong and a favorite to win the men's Division II trophy. Pakistan is second in Division II at 1-1 with 2 points. Brazil third, 1-1 with 2 points, and Mexico is last at 0-2. Before we get to this one, we will pause for both teams' national anthems. And those are tonight's anthems and a specialty puck drop from ESPN's Arda Okal, who will join us upstairs in the broadcast booth during tonight's game. And I guess the Caribbean men's team has requested the Pirates of the Caribbean theme to be their new anthem, and why not? They have torn through men's Division II in their first time at the Dream Nations Cup, have not given up a goal, blew out Mexico, blew out Brazil, Pakistan, the last team in their way in the round robin. Meanwhile, for Team Pakistan, they are trying to provide an upset against Team Caribbean. Lost to Brazil and dominated Mexico yesterday. Both teams will play their first Dream Nations semifinals tomorrow. The question is, who will they face? We are underway here in the first men's D2 round robin game of the final day of the Dream Nations, and that quick shot is stopped by DeMar McCoy, who's getting the start for Team Caribbean, his first action of the Dream Nations for his squad. Pakistan still working in deep. Khalil Rizvi after it for Team Caribbean. Munam Ahmad couldn't get back to that puck for Pakistan. Rosario saw it tossed out and into the Caribbean bench by Spencer. Down on the other end for Team Pakistan, Braden Sheck, the 19-year-old, also getting his first action here at this Dream Nations. He played for the Toronto Patriots this season in the OJHLs, played 3 OJHLs with a few different teams. Pakistan able to keep it in the offensive zone. McCoy left it off for Rizvi. Pakistan in on the forecheck. Colin Craig trying to spin it up towards the point, and able to work out with it is Nichols. Coming over to defend, Isaac Shakir Trush, who is making his Dream Nations debut for Team Pakistan. They had a couple of players that went home, but they do add Isaac Shakir Trush wearing number 11, which is on his jersey with some tape. After this puck, Tariq Khan and Lance Spencer, who spun Khan down to the ice. Penalty coming up against Spencer, and now Khan knocked back down by another Caribbean player. Lance Spencer got his arm around Tariq Khan and wrapped him down to the ice. Team Pakistan will get the first power play of the game. This is a Caribbean team that has been known to get under other teams' skin, play a little bit chippy, but they are a fast, confident team with a lot of swagger. They'll try and bring that to this game as well. We've played just 1 minute and 10 seconds, but already seen some fireworks. Pass is up for Tariq Khan, who drew the penalty. Drops it off. Craig fanned on the shot. That puck bounced up on him at the last moment. Jordan Mugo works in. His shot stopped by McCoy. Now Tristan Mugo down to twin brother Jordan. Try to put a pass out in front. Tariq Khan on it now. Steps off the boards. Bounce up top. Tristan Mugo down towards the net. That was blocked away, and it is tossed out of the zone by Tale, and here comes Nichols short-handed. Nichols gets in, and he throws it over top of the cage off the back glass. Tristan Mugo on the left wing side. Goes on the breaks away from a check. Couple players collide. Team Caribbean able to clear its own end. 23 seconds left on the Pakistan power play. Big Mirza with a shot. Stopped by McCoy, popped high up in the air, stayed in play. And one last clear for the Caribbean penalty kill. Lance Spencer up in the penalty box, set to step out. We get back to 5-on-5. Brought back in, nice move, a score! Kareem Big Mirza with a beauty. Pakistan an early 1-0 lead. That is the first goal given up by Team Caribbean at this tournament. What hands, what skating from Big Mirza, who puts home his third goal of the Dream Nations. And the Pakistan fans on level 3 enjoying that. So Team Caribbean facing its first adversity really of the entire tournament, as Pakistan looks for more. Now Caribbean trying to work up. On the right wing side, it's Charles DeBow with a toss in off the far corner. Ahmad couldn't handle it. Lance Spencer sent it all the way around behind the net. Telemak pushed a pass out, comes all the way in on McCoy, and he'll elect to cover up. Referee didn't blow the whistle. Finally he did, as the oncoming Jalal Khawaja was causing some pressure. So Pakistan with another offensive zone face-off. And they bounced back nicely after the loss to Brazil in their first game, with a 12-1 win over Mexico yesterday. Meanwhile, again, Caribbean has torn through this tournament. Tale tried to center for Morgan. Took a bump. Pakistan looking to work out. Pass goes all the way up, and it comes into the Pakistani end. Umar Khan trying to move it up along. Taken by Kramer for Caribbean. Zakir Khan sends it up the near side half wall, and it's moved out of the zone. Stephen Morgan off the boards. Tale hands it off, and in comes Nunez on the right wing side. His shot blocked by Zakir Khan. Khan now back on it behind the net. He wears a C for this Pakistani group. Plays his college hockey at George Mason University. Onyx King trying to weave his way in. Poked off his stick. King sends it down and around. Barnwell will push it back this way. Comes right back to Barnwell. He goes off the glass, does get it out of the zone. Comes through for Craig, has to chase back after it. Craig takes a look over his shoulder, taken into the boards by Risby. And now King comes in to throw a check. As the puck underneath a few players, Nichols grabs it. And he goes back over to the far side, chips it around one man, trying to get back on it. Nichols throws a hit. Played off the near side boards. Barnwell treats back in his own end. Craig drops it off to nobody. Caribbean looks to turn the other way. Nichols able to evade a couple of defenders as he dumped it in. Pakistan looking to work it back out the other way. Craig able to push in. Slade finds it, and he gets it out to Singleton. Singleton's pass cut off by Ahmad. Singleton back behind his net. He'll hang out. 8:45 left to go in period one. A 1-0 lead for Team Pakistan. That pass was in Lance Spencer's skates. Khawaja just gets it out of the Pakistan zone. And it's batted all the way down. And an icing called against Team Pakistan. 8:28 left in period number one. Pakistanis with the 1-0 lead And once again, if you're just joining us, goal scored by Kareem Big Mirza. Bilal Telemik picking up the assist. It's the first goal given up by Team Caribbean, at least on the men's side in this tournament. The women's team got all the way through the round robin, 3-0, only giving up a single tally. Here's Pakistan looking for more. The backdoor feed. Could it be put on net? As Khawaja had a chance. Back the other way, Singleton down to a knee on the backhand. Save made by Sheikh. Morris giving a Pakistani defender a rough ride. Comes to the top. Tale through traffic, and Sheikh got down to make the save. Lance Spencer off the boards. Tale works in, leaves it. Spencer with a shot over top of the cage off the glass. Nunez got it back deep. Umar Khan lost it to Spencer. Khan getting back to it as Caribbean makes a change. Big Mirza all the way around to the far side. Umar Khan couldn't get it out. Kramer able to one-handed back behind the Pakistani net. They work it out. Khawaja toss in. Suezo wins the race to the puck. Zakir Khan with a high flip that would have landed on the second floor if not for the protective netting. But instead, it's just a whistle and a face-off, and we'll get that puck back. Face-off will come outside the Caribbean zone. Big Mirza against King for this face-off. Big Mirza able to win it back. Nasir trying to enter the offensive zone. Shot on, missed the net. Off the stick of Ali Khan. Tale around, taken by Nasir. Now Big Mirza stopped up. Sent around to the near side. Caribbean working up. Tale enters the offensive zone, has Lance Spencer with him. Pakistan back in numbers. Zakir Khan up the near side. Tale takes it in, takes a look, goes down to the corner. King tried to center, glove down. Nichols got a shot away. Sugg able to make the save. And then a pile up in front. Nichols was digging away as Sheikh had it. Everybody will be separated here. Tensions rising in this one, the final round robin game for these two teams. If Pakistan wins, they can win the group. If Team Caribbean wins, they will win the group. Pakistan wins, tiebreakers may come into effect if Brazil also wins. They play Mexico in the final game of the day. Tristan Mughal on the left wing side, shot it wide on the short side. Rosario able to work out for Team Caribbean. Lead pass off the stick of Brady Johnson. Kept in by Culpepper momentarily. Sent on goal, blocked by Barnwell. And the lead pass just out of Tariq Khan's reach. Risby gave it away. Tariq Khan stopped by McCoy. Tamar McCoy comes up with a big save to keep it a 1-0 game. Danger not over as that puck was swept right through the blue paint. Here comes Rosario. Pass off to Johnson. Right, get back to Rosario. That wasn't a clean exchange. Barnwell feeds it all the way across. Pakistan in the midst of a change. Nobody touched it. Here's Johnson. And his stick lifted. Somebody on that Pakistan bench or coming off of it or going onto it touched that puck. That would have been too many men on the ice. Ahmad works in on the right wing side, gets to the net. Ahmad driving and couldn't pull it around. The whistle blows as the net has come off its moorings. 4:45 left to go in period one. This has been a very even game so far. Team Caribbean had dominated their first two matchups. Team Pakistan trying to give them their first loss heading into the semifinals tomorrow. Debo and Telemik come together. And again, all four teams in men's Division II make that semifinal. Justin Mughal, a shot. That one caught and held. No, Jordan Mughal, pardon me, caught and held by McCoy. And all four teams in men's Division II make the semis. It's all about who plays who and when. As the first men's semifinal game will be, pardon me, there is no semifinals for men's Division II. So this game certainly important as Pakistan needs to get a win to keep Brazil from passing them in the standings. Caribbean is guaranteed at least a top two finish and will go play for the gold medal. But Pakistan needs this win badly. I do apologize, I've been reading this wrong. But the bronze medal game will be tomorrow for men's Division II between the third and fourth place teams, which will be Mexico and either Brazil or Pakistan. Ahmad hands it off. Khawaja into the offensive zone, gets it in deep and down and around. Up the right wing side. Going on the brakes there was King. Tried to swing it down and around, couldn't do it. Players go tumbling. Now King scoops it up on the backhand, saved by Sheikh. And a hard hit from behind. And that will draw a penalty. And Zakir Khan going after the Caribbean player that hit Khawaja from behind. Khawaja getting back to his skates right in the middle of that scrum. I believe it's Nichols who's heading to the box and getting that penalty. Should likely be for boarding. So Nichols steps into the sin bin, and Pakistan will go to their second power play of this game. Chance to extend the lead. 3:08 left to go in the opening period. Conversations being had around the scorers table. Khalil Rizvi for Team Caribbean involved, along with Tariq and Zakir Khan for Team Pakistan. Nichols still chatting from the penalty box, and now they'll close the door on him, and we can officially start this Pakistan power play. Face off one back by the Pakistanis. Comes across to Craig, taking a look towards the net, sent it there off the post. I think it was the crossbar. Just over the left shoulder of McCoy. Pakistan that close to making it a 2-0 game. Centering feed comes all the way through. Tariq Khan sent it across towards Craig. That one broken up. Tole, 1-on-2, curls back and he'll waste some more time. Minute 20 left on the Pakistan power play. I've got an update on the national anthem situation for Team Caribbean. Jasmine, the head of the Caribbean team, requested that it was changed to the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. I like it. I am a huge fan of that change. I think it's awesome, and I hope it continues moving forward. 45 seconds left on the penalty to Nichols. And it's sent up to Big Mirza. Drops the shoulder to the net, and McCoy the save, and he'll get the whistle. Big Mirza looking for his second goal this opening period. McCoy able to stop him that time. 37 seconds left on this power play for Team Pakistan. Lots of Pakistan jerseys adorning the crowd here surrounding the glass at the rink at American Dream. Singleton throws it up the boards and all the way down. And in case you haven't been here, when I've talked about for earlier games, I'll say it again, the support has been outstanding for every team in the tournament. All 12 countries. And this one sent off the corner boards and back out. That will do it for the Pakistan power play. But all 12 countries, all 16 teams represented here have had fans in the stands. And it's just been very exciting to watch and awesome for the growth of hockey in these countries. And that's really the point of a tournament like this, as Caribbean ices the puck here, is promote the growth of hockey in these countries. Now, you may not think about when you think about hockey. Talked a lot with Team Egypt throughout this day during both of their games. Had representatives from Team Brazil as well join us throughout the weekend. Brazil is playing next against Team Mexico. Morris makes a pass over to the right wing side. DeBow able to one-hand it along to Lance Spencer. Trying to go back to DeBow. Pass was behind him. Zakir Khan up the near side. Singleton towards the net, and it's covered up by Sheikh. We will get a face-off to Sheikh's left. In case there wasn't reason enough to watch our next game, we will get a mariachi band to play the national anthem for Team Mexico before the next one. You don't want to go anywhere. Stick with us until the entire Dream Nations day is over. Of course, still 30 more minutes of exciting action coming up after this period expires. As Nichols couldn't keep that one in. It came all the way through, but unable to grab it was Tristan Mughal as it kept bouncing and rolling. Here is Mughal looking across. Pass was behind Zakir Khan. 6 seconds left to go. Caribbean zooming up. Nichols had it taken away. Zakir Khan up to Craig, and that will do it. Opening 15 are done, and Team Caribbean trailing 1-0. Shots on goal tied up at 8 apiece, but not a position that Team Caribbean is used to being in this tournament. We'll see if they can respond. Period 2 coming up shortly here from the American Dream Mall. Back here from the American Dream Mall, set for period number 2 between Team Caribbean and Team Pakistan. 1-0 lead for the Pakistanis on a goal by Kareem Big Mirza. Team switching ends. Tamar McCoy back down to our right. And Braden Sheikh back on down to our left in that goal crease for Team Pakistan. We are underway in period 2, and a quick icing here by Pakistan, although McCoy came out of his goal crease, and that automatically negates an icing. King able to get to the red line, dances in, but Risby offsides there, so we will get a whistle. And yet I've been trying to teach the rules a little bit at times throughout this week to maybe some fans who may be new to the game of hockey. There's been a lot of different caveats I've added to the icing rule as they come up. One of them is that if your goaltender does leave the crease to play the puck, that does negate an icing. The other way to negate an icing is this one put out in front by Team Caribbean, and it's covered by Sheikh. The other way to negate an icing is if the team that dumped it all the way down wins the race, and they call it a hybrid icing, so the race is to the bottom of the circle on the way to get that puck, and that will negate the icing as well. Off this face-off, couple of players come together. Ahmad couldn't get it out. Tully sent it to the middle, cut off by Jordan Mogul. He's knocked down to the ice. Ahmad up the right wing side, cuts to the middle, had the puck taken off his stick. Kawaja following up. And now a steal shot by Mughal goes wide. That loose puck was available, and Mughal just stepped right into it. King works his way in, shot over top of the cage. Lance Spencer after it. He ties up. 3 Caribbean players, 2 Pakistanis over that puck as they try and dig it free. It's Singleton getting it down deep. Shakir Trush and King come together. Shakir Trush on it, got it up the boards, only as far as Morris at the line. He let it go, it's blocked on the way through. Here comes Shakir Trush over to Tariq Khan on his right. Khan, nice move, couldn't get back to it on the other side. Umar Khan in on the forecheck, and keep it away from him. DeBow able to float it out all the way down. This looks like it will not get to the goal line for icing. Zakir Khan has to quickly play it up. Suezo turning around to find that puck. That hits somebody on the Pakistan bench, so we will get a whistle and a face-off. .52 left to go in period number 2. I'm pleased to welcome Arctic O'Cal from ESPN in just a moment as soon as he gets his headset on to the broadcast. Arda, welcome into the Dream Nation.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. It's been a fun tournament so far, and a great game so far here between Team Pakistan and Team Caribbean. Sheikh will hold on to that one. What have been your first impressions of this tournament?
I love that this is happening. It's cool that it's happening at such a fun venue like American Dream Mall. But I was talking to the Team Pakistan players before the game. For a lot of these players, like, this is going to be a moment that they will remember for the rest of their lives, right? To be able to represent their lineage. Maybe they were born there, or maybe they were born and raised in America. Oh, good opportunity there.
Swept out in front. Team Caribbean trying to tie this game. They've given up a goal for the first time in this tournament, and they still trail 1-0. Pass sent across. Mughal trying to turn the corner. Tries a shot from the outside. That was off the side of the cage. Sent on goal from the line, blocked by Slade on the way through. Caribbean trying to turn it up. That pass misfired, icing waved off.
Team Caribbean has been very physical this game too. They really tried to agitate Pakistan. I noticed that, especially in front of the Caribbean net.
That has seemed to be their game plan through these first few games, as that one hits the second floor, and we will get a whistle and a face-off. It's a team with a lot of speed, a lot of swagger, a lot of physicality, and certainly gets under the skin of their opponents. And they've had a lot of success with that so far. We get a face-off here to McCoy's right. Tossed out. Shakir Trush after it. Almost overskated that puck, but he's able to get it out of the zone. Caribbean regrouping. Rosario sent to pass up. Pakistan able to push it right back out. Rosario fires it right in on Sheikh, and he will glove it and hang on.
Yeah, I was saying that I was talking with the Team Pakistan players, you know, for a lot of them, this is going to be a highlight for them, right? Like, it's so cool to be able to represent your lineage, your heritage, whether you were born there or not, to be able to wear the colors of, maybe your parents were born and raised there, and it would be so cool for them to see these players represent their countries in this way, or their lineage in this way. It's such a special moment for them, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very happy to see this tournament flourishing the way that it is.
And credit to Rob and Ryan for getting the broadcast on this tournament. There's a chance, and Sheikh was laid out, able to make the save. That pass intercepted across the blue line. As I was saying, credit to Rob and Ryan for putting together these broadcasts and bringing me on board to do this. I'm very honored to be part of this. As DeBow let it go, he scores! Charles DeBow has tied it up for Team Caribbean with a nice rip.
That was just a beautiful shot. He had a great view of the net. Offhand, inside the face-off circle. He knew where he wanted to place it. Found it above the glove of Sheikh. Back of the net.
Third goal this tournament for DeBow. Plays semi-pro hockey, has some pro experience in the FPHL. And he has been big for Team Caribbean, who finally breaks through. The assist will go to Morris and Risby. And we'll see if this finally turns the tide for Team Caribbean, who's been used to being able to score at will in this tournament. But Pakistan trying to respond. Save made by McCoy on Khawaja on the backside. This one sent all the way down. Icing waved off. Nichols with some good hustle to win the race there. Looking to sweep it out in front. Pakistan takes over. Zakir Khan sent it across. Loose puck, Nichols surrounded, able to chip it by one, chip it by another. Nichols a rip, and he missed it on the short side. Morris keeps it in at the line. Able to shovel it down low. King in the corner, trying to fight off a couple of Pakistani defenders. Centering feed was cut off, and a loose puck skated into by Ahmad. Two Caribbean players back. Ahmad couldn't cut to the middle. Khawaja in on the puck. Up the wall, shot from the outside, save made by McCoy. And now Nichols off to the races on a breakaway. He scores! Darius Nichols has put the Caribbean side in front in period 2.
That was just a beautiful breakaway shot. He knew where he was going. He's going to go low. He's looking at it as he was approaching the net too. Well done. And nice grab on the blue line too to even get the breakaway there. Two quick goals.
It's a bit surprising to say that that's the first goal of the tournament for Darius Nichols, who's had all kinds of offensive opportunities throughout this tournament, showing off his speed all week long. And he's finally rewarded. Nunez on the outside, able to sweep it down deep. One pushed out of the zone. Rosario able to dump it right back in, but from his own side of center. So that is an icing. And of course, not all the fans watching may know who you are. Some of them new to hockey. So maybe get a little background on yourself. How did you get into the world of broadcasting?
So born and raised in Canada, and I started in the OHL level, the Ontario Hockey League, did a few teams there and moved on to the AHL, the American Hockey League, and now very happy to be with the, nice shot there, with the NHL and the ESPN. And yeah, like tournaments like this, like I was saying, like I was telling the guys, like my father would have been so proud of this. Like he would have asked me, he said, hey, you better make a Team Turkey or something to that effect. But he would have loved to see these countries that, you know, aren't normally, like a lot of people that are born and raised in Pakistan necessarily, or even countries in the Caribbean, wouldn't normally be watching hockey, let alone play hockey or know about hockey. My dad moved from Turkey to Canada, didn't know anything about hockey, but learned hockey and learned to love hockey to integrate with Canadians, right, to fit in. And so, you know, I'm sure that a lot of these players have a similar story through their lineage, whether it's their grandparents or their parents coming to North America, a similar story. And so it's really inspiring to see, like it's really, really cool to see that this a tournament like this is flourishing. And then there's also, but also like countries that don't normally are endemic to hockey, the game is growing, which is very, very cool.
Absolutely. And we've talked with a couple of teams, including Team Puerto Rico and Team Egypt, who have said there's not even ice in their country or in their area at all, as that's part of the building process to get that ice so you can get players from the grassroots level and at home. And hopefully in a tournament like this can help draw support from the home countries and get some more support from their governments to get some ice in their countries and spread hockey all around. Because again, it is certainly growing. You see tournaments here, you see tournaments over. I've heard that teams have played over in Egypt and the United Arab Emirates and all kinds of places out there that, again, you wouldn't normally think of as hockey countries.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool to see. Of course, other countries involved. There's Armenia and Brazil and Egypt, Mexico, Puerto Rico, South Korea. All the countries, nations involved in this tournament, the Dream Nations Cup. By the way, I got to keep the ceremonial puck that I dropped. I'm very happy about that, as I like to collect pucks. So each puck has a story, so I get to keep it, and now I'm going to put it in an enclosed glass, and I'm going to put it on my setup.
Very special.
Yeah, very much so. So thank you to Dream Nations Cup for allowing me to keep my puck.
I'll have to go around and ask Rob if he can steal one for me.
No, you don't get one.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. After all this work that you're doing, calling these games, they should at least give you one.
You know what? The satisfaction is giving these countries that memory of the lifetime. You mentioned it, that you know they're so proud and that this is a lifetime memory, and now they have it forever on tape as we have a penalty coming up against Team Caribbean. And another special moment, we had a zip line cam up earlier. Line's still up there, but Team Lebanon, the women's team, actually had a goal caught on the zip line cam. Mike Young, our videographer, occasionally be up there. Zip line camera all the way across, and a great angle of a goal for Team Lebanon. That's another one of those memories that they will have forever.
Very cool. Very, very cool. We have a timeout here, perhaps, or?
I think somebody was supposed to go in the penalty box and they didn't know it.
Penalty was called. Penalty box is open. There we go.
Morris is the one that gets to take a seat. Pakistan, their third power play of this game. Mughal fanned on the pass, trying to regain control, but here comes Nunez 1-on-2. Overskated the puck, and he'll just dump it down ice. Zakir Khan looks up. The right wing side, Craig tried to make a move to the middle. And now Craig back on it. Able to dump it right in on McCoy. Tried to play it out. Zakir Khan picked it off, and McCoy makes up for his own mistake with a huge save.
That was a golden opportunity. He had a lot of glove side to shoot at there as well, but he shot it right into the logo of the goaltender. A little bit of a goalie oops, that happens sometimes.
That's the double-edged sword of a goaltender that likes to play the puck. You love them when they stop it behind the net and get control for your team, and sometimes you cringe when things like that happen. But again, McCoy able to make up for the mistake, and he keeps it a 2-1 game. Tariq Khan moved it back down the wall. Cross-ice feed picked off. Here comes King short-handed. Kramer hustling to join him. King on the right wing, his shot fanned on, gets it back, and his centering pass cut off by Big Mirza. Rosario turns and fires it all the way down. Minute left in the power play for Pakistan. Worked up the near side. Craig into the offensive zone, has a man going towards the net. Sent it around behind the cage. Telemik kept it moving. Up top to Tariq Khan. Pushed down the wall by Craig, but taken away by Tole. Able to toss it out in Nichols' direction. Nichols has a step again, and he scores! Another for Darius Nichols. Makes it a 3-1 lead for the Caribbean.
Yeah, Nichols was able to corral that at the blue line. He did a great job of keeping possession of the puck. He found the 5-hole on Shake. Second goal of the game. Pinpoint accuracy.
And with that jailbreak rule in effect here at the Dream Nations, that effectively ends the Pakistan power play as Morris is allowed to leave the penalty box. And that's one of those fun rules that has been bounced around at high levels of men's hockey. I believe they use it in the Professional Women's Hockey League, that jailbreak rule.
Yes, they do. And I love that rule. I think it's terrific.
It's certainly come into effect a few times during this tournament. And that is a big turning point, as Pakistan could have had an opportunity to tie the game. Instead, they are now down 2 and their power play is over. Telemik up the near side. Caribbean tried to dump it back in. Pass to the middle, Singleton on the backhand. Handed off for DeBow. Put over top of the cage. Morris had it go through. And off to the races comes Big Mirza. Pass across, the shot just goes wide. Big Mirza back on it. Cycled it down deep towards Ahmad. Ahmad trying to cut to the net. Had it blocked off. Morris taking a look with his head up. Barnwell takes over at center. He'll dump it back in as Pakistan touches up on the delayed offside. Bumped off the near side boards. Kawaja took over, got back to Barnwell. Under 5 to play here in period 2, a 3-1 Caribbean lead. Backhanded in deep. Morris first on it in the near side corner. Silverman, lead pass looking for Singleton. It was off his stick. Spencer hustling after it. Has Singleton in front. Looked to get it there on the backdoor play. Wasn't in the wheelhouse for a one-timer. Now moving up with it is Craig. 3 Caribbean defenders back. Craig gets through Culpepper. Craig, centering feed. And that shot off a stick and wide. Zakir Khan back in front. Off of McCoy's stick and up in the air. Mughal back towards the net. Ends up on the far side. Craig spinning away from Culpepper. Loose right at the side of the crease. Suezo knocked down a Pakistani player. He's going to the box. That was Nasir, as they were involved in a scrum one-on-one, cross-checking the call. Lots of battling going on next to the Caribbean net.
Yeah, they're definitely a physical team, and they have no problems asserting that physicality. A lot of big bodies on that Caribbean team, that's for sure.
Size, speed, they have it all. And they're searching to win the men's Division II level in their first time at the Dream Nations. 3:58 left to go in period 2. Of course, Caribbean scored a short-handed goal on the last Pakistani power play. We'll see if Pakistan can get one back here. Khan and King will be in on this face-off. Nichols, who scored the short-handed goal, already has 2 in the game. Flying up again, Nichols! Stopped this time by Sheikh.
Boy, he flies, huh? He was flying down that flank. The defenders were at least a few paces ready for him, but he just zoomed by all of them to get that opportunity, looking for the 5-hole, but it was closed.
Sheikh learned his lesson after getting beat on the 5-hole on the last chance by Nichols. Pakistan looking to work up. Left wing side, Tristan Mughal enters the offensive zone. Nichols challenges him there. Slade trying to outlet it towards King, but he just missed it. Penalty coming up against Pakistan. We'll get some 4-on-4 action. Holding is the signal. Tristan Mughal to the box.
Looked like he might have had to stick there. Just an extra second that the referee saw it and said, all right, that's enough of an infraction that I'll even up the sides here for some 4-on-4 action.
Lots of open space, and that favors the speed of the Caribbeans. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Nichols out here at some point. We'll have a minute 34 of 4-on-4 time, and then 26 seconds of a very brief Caribbean power play. If my math is correct. Pakistan trying to move up, but Slade kept it in. DeBow, Slade one-timer, and Sheikh able to make the save. Rosario on goal. That one gloved down and held by Sheikh. It's going a couple feet over top of the net, but Sheikh decided to get a whistle and another face-off. Let Pakistan reset.
By the way, you don't have the best view up here. I
wouldn't
for those
say so.
watching at home, you have a little bit of an obstructed view with the rail in front of you. You have to kind of lean over. So I just want the viewers to know that you're working under less than ideal conditions. So good for you.
I work in the FPHL. I know a thing or two about less than ideal conditions. Big Mirza works in, shot in and out of the glove of McCoy. Left wing side, Tole able to dance through before it's taken off his stick by Barnwell. Big Mirza steps in, all 4 Caribbean defenders back. Big Mirza tries to push it up top, didn't work. And back the other way comes Singleton, has DeBow with him. Singleton from range, kick save by Sheikh. Comes back to the line, Rosario makes a move around one man, gets the shot off, and Sheikh clutches it to his chest for a whistle and a face-off.
Team Caribbean getting the lion's share of the chances in the last 10 minutes of play here in the middle frame. And they have converted. It was a 1-0 game. They were able to get 3 unanswered goals. And it's off high-quality chances that they are literally creating themselves almost at will in certain situations. So you got to give them credit for that.
Whatever the speech was between the first and second period certainly worked over there on the Caribbean bench. Nasir working up the left wing side, has King on him, and King able to break up that pass. Tole able to regain control, looks towards the net, drives there, and Sheikh forced to make a save. Telemik around this way. Backhanded up and out. Rosario for Singleton, popped up in the air. Onyx King trying to settle it down. Nichols, one hands it towards the net, sent it across the crease. King regains control. King now with his head up in the corner, looking for a passing option. Spinning away from Khawaja. Up to the point, penalty is over, and another whistle coming, not a penalty, but the net coming off its moorings. About a minute and a half left here in period 2. It's been all Team Caribbean in this frame. 3 goals to take a 3-1 lead, trying to lock up the top spot in the men's Division 2. Top 2 teams in men's Division 2 will advance to the gold medal game on Sunday. And the bottom 2 teams will play for the bronze. That will be tomorrow. And if Pakistan loses, then Brazil has the door open to take that second spot if they beat Mexico or tie Mexico in our next game, the final game of the round robin. Craig working his way in, and he was hooked just enough by Morris to prevent a good shot on net, but enough to draw a penalty. Morris doesn't like it, but he will head back to the penalty box.
I wonder if he was on enough of a breakaway to warrant a penalty shot. Maybe not enough. Maybe he didn't have enough leeway because that hook happened almost in the crease. So
we have had 1 penalty shot so far at the Dream Nations. It was stopped as Team South Korea was unable to convert. That was yesterday. So 2 minutes back up on the board for Morris. Pakistan with another opportunity to draw within a goal. Rosario spinning off a check, and he'll get it all the way down. Pakistan doesn't score here before the end of the period. They will start the third on a power play. Craig on the right wing side, working in. Craig gets to the net, and he stopped McCoy. Got the pads down, and he's able to cover up and get the whistle.
Puck was dangerously close to the goal line there. It looked like he might have left it, but the pad was down. He was able to cover up, but dangerous for a second.
Pakistan getting a couple of opportunities. They've done pretty well on the rush as well. McCoy's had to make some big stops to keep Caribbean up by a pair. Craig across to Tariq Khan. Let it go, blocked by Spencer. This one popped up in the air, and they are pointing outside the zone. Maybe a hand pass, or maybe that puck popped up out of play. Knocked down with a high stick. Plenty of options. Either way, we'll get a face-off just outside the Caribbean end. 39.9 seconds left to go in the second. Pakistan works back in. Zakir Khan to Tariq Khan, let it go, and snagged out of the air by McCoy. .4 left to go in period number 2. Pakistan makes a change to continue on this power play.
Big thing for Team Pakistan in the third period is to try and minimize the counterattack off the rush by Team Caribbean, especially Nichols. They're going to have to neutralize him because he's been getting those counters. He's been stripping Pakistan of the puck at the blue line and getting either breakaways or creating his own opportunities. So they're going to have to watch that in the third period and then find some opportunities of their own to get back into this one.
King with a shorthanded chance, time ticking down. King swept it out in front, came back to him. Tried to let it go as he was tripped up. Penalty coming up against Pakistan right at the horn. Looks like we'll have some 4-on-4 action to begin period number 3 when we come back here at the Dream Nations. But Arda, thanks so much for joining me up here.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it. Continued success, enjoy, and again, for everyone watching, obstructed view for you. I'm just saying there is a rail that literally goes to center ice. So good on you for working as best as you can, because you got to be leaning over this to see what's happening on your side of the ice. So good on you, man.
And if I've done my job, nobody at home knew that until you said it, right?
I'm just calling it out because it's not easy.
All right, we will be right back with third period action from the Dream Nations. Back here for the third period between Pakistan and Team Caribbean. Had some fun chatting with Arda Ocal during that middle frame. On the ice, Team Caribbean turned a 1-0 deficit into a 3-1 lead. We have some 4-on-4 to begin the third. Now we'll continue for another 35 seconds and then a minute and 15 seconds of power play time for the Caribbeans. Rosario looking up towards DeBow, out of his reach. Tariq Khan hustling after it, and he will win the race. Icing called against Team Caribbean. 28 seconds gone in the third. Off this face-off, Rosario trying to push his way up. And still to come here from the Dream Nations. A mariachi band playing the Mexican national anthem ahead of our next game. The final game of the round robin play between Mexico and Brazil. Caribbean back to full strength. They're on the power play now as Nichols negates yet another icing with that speed. Nichols with 2 goals in this game right now, digging away on Tariq Khan. Nichols, wraparound chance, and Sheikh able to corral it and cover up. Again, Nichols came into this game without a goal in the tournament, but had plenty of offensive opportunities, had been showing off his speed. And he has been able to put home 2. And a big part of why the Caribbean are up in this game. There is Nichols once again on that puck. Overskated it though as it rolled on him. Kawaja able to bang it off the glass and out. Rosario stop and go move. Up to the right wing side. Centering feed, Morgan the one-timer. Sheikh able to make the save. Pakistan clears. Kawaja couldn't chip it past Rosario. Now he tries to pick it up on the other side, but a great job by Brendan Rosario. Put out in front. McCoy got it with the stick. And now Team Caribbean works out. Morgan couldn't bring in that pass. And it sped all the way out to Beg Mirza out of the box. His shot off the shoulder of McCoy and up out of play. Now Pakistan trying to push back, get closer in this game. They trail by 2. Still lots of time left to go. They'd certainly like to get a goal pretty quickly here. Team Caribbean has been opportunistic. Cutting out in front and getting a shot off that was stopped was Jordan Mughal. Zakir Khan gets it back deep. Slade fired around to the far side. Nunez waits for it. And he starts to work up ice into the Pakistani end. He goes down, penalty called by the back referee. Tariq Khan can't believe it, but the parade to the boxes continues, and Team Caribbean on a power play. Khan having a chat with Vetrano, the referee, just to get the call. Now he'll head over to the penalty box. A chance for Team Caribbean to really put this one out of reach. They can get a power play goal here, but of course, don't count any game is over here at the Dream Nations. We've seen a couple of wild comebacks in both the men's and women's divisions. This one tossed out all the way down. Morris able to drop it off for Slade. Slade leaves it for Nichols. Starts the engines, but overskated the puck. Mirza able to spin back. Shakir Khan brings it in. Had to force it right back up the near side boards. Barnwell wanted it on the far side, had lots of room. Not sure if Khan was going to be able to get that puck over there. Nichols couldn't work in as he was bodied off by Ahmad. Ahmad trying to skate into the offensive zone. King and Ahmad came together, and then a big hit thrown by Nichols, and a penalty coming up against Darius Nichols. Ahmad gives a shove towards Nichols, and those two having a chat. Zakir Khan also barking at Nichols as Khan heads back to his bench. Nichols to the box. Minute 6 of 4-on-4 time coming up before a brief Pakistani power play in a game that's been full of penalties. Conversation still being had, but again, we will indeed have 4-on-4 hockey coming up. Face-off will be to McCoy's left. Khan from the point, let it go. It's juggled, McCoy down. And Pakistan couldn't take advantage. Pakistan working back in their own end. And up the near side. Battled for on the half wall, finally broken loose, and Telemik goes over to Zakir Khan. Lance Spencer able to toss it in deep. Pakistan takes over as Caribbean finishes up some changes here. Rosario chasing after it in his own end. Final seconds ticking off the Pakistani penalty as King steps over the line. King a shot eaten up by Sheikh. And he will get a whistle on a face-off. 1 second on the penalty to Tariq Khan, and then he'll step out of the box. It will be a Pakistani power play. Pakistan can time this right, win the face-off back quick, but Rosario certainly alert about Khan potentially coming out of the boxes, backed all the way into the neutral zone. Beg Mirza won the face-off forward, got it to Khan out of the penalty box, tried to float it back that way, but he missed everybody. King got it back out. Telemik couldn't move it up. And now Craig turns the corner, starts his way up ice, working on King, fires it all the way around. Still a Pakistan power play for the next 29 seconds. Passed up top, Barnwell, let it go, save McCoy, the rebound, ends up behind the net. Tariq Khan muscled down to the ice by Rosario. He hands it off, Slade moving up with a head of steam. Singleton grabs the loose puck, saved by Sheikh, and he will cover up. Singleton gave a poke towards Sheikh, and now everything breaking loose. Barnwell went after Singleton. Craig did as well, and players came in to defend their teammates as Singleton gave a poke towards Sheikh, who had covered the puck. We'll see exactly what the penalties are here. There were 8 seconds left on this power play for Team Pakistan. Singleton is being escorted to the penalty box. Now Slade having a conversation with Beg Mirza as Beg Mirza goes to the sin bin. We'll see if this all affects on-ice manpower as referees are having a conversation with the scorer's table. And Singleton with a conversation with Begmirza through the penalty box. Pardon me, that was Nichols who was chatting with Begmirza. Nichols still in the box for another 8 seconds as referees discuss. And now they figure out that somebody else on the Pakistan side is supposed to be in the box. Referees looked like they were whistling someone in that direction. They whistled and pointed, and now coming off the bench to head in the penalty box is Reed Potter, number 98. First time we've called his name. Singleton has been asked to leave the game, I believe. Risby is arguing that fact. I don't know what Risby's arguing about. I also don't know why Singleton's being asked to leave, but Singleton is done for this game. Conversations continue. Our final game of the night will be at 8:50 p.m. between Team Brazil and Team Mexico. It will feature a mariachi band national anthem for Team Mexico before. And it will be the final game of the round robin as tomorrow we start the semifinals. We already know the schedule for the women's and the men's Division 1 semifinals. It will be Team Egypt against Team Puerto Rico for the women's at 9 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, followed by Team Caribbean and Team Lebanon women's. And those semifinals, we'll have the winners going to Championship Sunday and the losers playing for the bronze medal at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the men's Division 1, the Central America against Egypt at 12:40 p.m. Eastern Time. And Team Indigenous against Armenia at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Winners go on to Championship Sunday, and the losers play for the bronze at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Men's Division 2, just a little bit different. Teams that finished 3 and 4 in the division will play for the bronze at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And teams that finish first and second get the day off tomorrow before preparing for the final on Sunday. That will be at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still 9:40 left to go in a game that is yet to be decided. Begmirza has been escorted off the ice. Captains from both teams getting explanations here. We've talked about Team Caribbean's ability to get under their opponent's skin. It is shown in this game, and it's boiled over. It's still a very talented group over on the Caribbean side. A skilled group, a fast group, a heavy hitting group. And all the tools you want in a tournament like this, and they found great success. Whistle blows, and finally we will get back to hockey here. 2 minutes are up on the Pakistan side. I'll let you know how many players from each side actually make it to the face-off circle. Team Caribbean in a huddle over by their bench as we get set for this face-off. A break huddle. Neither team wanting to leave their bench area to come to the face-off circle. Finally, we get 4 Caribbeans and at least 2, looks like 3 and 4 Pakistani players. So 4-on-4 for the next 8 seconds, and then a Caribbean power play. Lance Spencer tried to hop off the bench, but it's 4-on-4. There's still another 8 seconds, so he'll have to wait until Nichols comes out of the box. Here comes Zakir Khan on the right wing side. Khan with a backhander that got all the way through past McCoy. Now it's a Caribbean power play. Risby pulls it to the backhand. Nichols got spun around away from the puck. Telemik fires it all the way down. Minute and a half left on this Caribbean power play. 9:10 left to go in regulation. 2-goal advantage for the Caribbeans. King steps over the line, backpedals. Tried to pull it through. Telemik couldn't do it. Now Nichols, with 2 in the game. He'll work his way back up the wall, but left the puck behind. Risby along the goal line, sent it all the way through, up the near side boards. Pakistan looking to work it out. Nasir tripped up, and Rosario is heading to the penalty box. I don't know what the record is for penalty minutes in a single Dream Nations Cup game, but if we have not gotten past it already, we're pretty close. This one just your standard run-of-the-mill tripping call against Rosario. Means 4-on-4 for 55 seconds, and then 1 minute and 5 seconds of power play time for Pakistan. Maybe brightness up a touch. Oh, you got it. Never mind. Face off, one back by Pakistan. All right, here comes Caribbean. Left wing pass to Lance Spencer, enters the offensive zone, and he ran into a turnbuckle right where the glass starts next to the Pakistan bench. He seems to be all right though, as that shot from the outside was blocked on the way through. Spencer goes down to the ice, and a penalty coming up against Team Pakistan. Fired all the way down, and Sheikh will touch it. Things continuing to get rough as the penalty will be against Tristan Mughal. Spencer went over and said something to the Pakistani bench, and Spencer's being told to go back to his own bench. Now he's actually being told to go to the penalty box. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the signal. These two teams will not face off again unless Pakistan comes back to win, or at least tie, and Brazil would have to lose to Mexico. That is our next game, and that's probably for the best. It's like 4-on-4 the signal, so coincidental penalties to Lance Spencer and Tristan Mughal will not affect on-ice manpower. Both benches barking at each other. Finally, we get back to hockey. Shakir Trush moves it around. Tariq Khan. Pull a move on DeBow. Long lead pass on the left wing side. Zakir Khan let it go. Off the glass, and it caroms all the way back down. Pakistan now on a power play for 1 minute and 3 seconds. One sent over to the far side. And now Tariq Khan trying to chip it by Morris, couldn't do it. Puck pops up in the air. King trying to control it. And now King forced back, goes high off the glass and out of the zone. So 40 seconds left on the power play for Team Pakistan. Tariq Khan able to dangle through off on the boards. Khan spins back, sent it back up high. Zakir Khan let it go. That one may have deflected off a body on the way through before catching the protective netting up out of play. Under 7 to play in regulation. Caribbean holding on to that 3-1 lead over Pakistan. Still 54 seconds on this Pakistani power play. They have yet to score a power play goal in this game. Faceoff comes to the boards, and Caribbean looking to work up shorthanded. Here's Nichols on the right wing side. Nichols a shot, he scores! The hat trick for Darius Nichols. And that looks like the dagger. He gets his second shorthanded goal of this game. Nichols with another rip from the near side right wing circle. And a huge, huge goal for Team Caribbean. There is a hat on the ice from a Caribbean fan celebrating that hat trick. Trying to figure out how to get that hat back to its owner. And finally they get it over the glass and back where it came from. Team Caribbean, after dealing with some adversity, trailing in the first period, has come all the way back to take a 4-1 lead. Of course, that jailbreak goal ends the Pakistan power play. Second time Nichols has done that to Team Pakistan in this game. His last 2 goals were shorthanded jailbreak goals. Nasir steps in, a drive, missed it wide. Nunez couldn't sweep it out high. King able to get that puck on his stick. Try to slip it down low towards Morgan, who got an assist on that goal by Nichols. Now Kramer pushed around, bumped off the boards, and skated back out of the zone by the Caribbean side. They'll reset. Taule played it to an area. Nunez able to skate into it. Telemik in his own end. Wraps it all the way around, looking towards Craig. On the left wing side, here comes Pakistan. Pass across, the shot knocked down and covered by McCoy. .546 left to go in period number 3. Caribbean with what looks like a pretty comfortable 4-1 lead at this point. Shot from the line by Khan. That was blocked away by McCoy. And Noyes from the Caribbean bench for every save Tamar McCoy makes. That shot off the mask and up out of play. McCoy using his head for that save. DeMar McCoy, who plays for the Atlanta Mad Hatters in the USPHL Premier. Represented Team Caribbean in the most recent Latam Cup. Again, this is his first action of the Dream Nations. He's made 22 saves on 23 shots thus far and settled in nicely after giving up the early goal. Tariq Khan a shot. That one held on to. McCoy another stop. Time running low on Team Pakistan. Blast from Khan didn't get all the way through right off the face-off. Team Caribbean has not iced the puck. That dies just short of the line. And now they'll get an offensive zone face-off after Zakir Khan cleared it up out of play. It's about as perfect as a dump as you can get if you're Team Caribbean from your own end. Just barely didn't cross the line. See if they can take advantage of this offensive zone face-off as King gets set to take it. He'll draw against Craig, with Risby lined up right behind. Craig able to win it back though. Zakir Khan couldn't get it out. So one fired all the way down by Barnwell. And an icing called against Pakistan. Under 5 to go. Team Caribbean trying to finish up a perfect group stage. They have dominated their opponents thus far. This has been their closest game and their toughest fight. And despite that, we will more than likely not get a rematch. As Tariq Khan taken down, flopped down to the ice. Referee didn't buy it. Rosario trying to make a pass out high. Suezo let it go. Kick save, rebound. Shake got back to make another stop. King slid it down deep. Craig came in off the glass. Goes all the way down. Suezo after it. Fed up. Sent across towards Rosario. Out of his reach. Zakir Khan gets it back out. Now Tariq Khan working in. Khan to the middle. He's tripped up. Penalty coming up against Team Caribbean. And if Team Pakistan has any chance in this game, this power play is a must score. And I don't mean a must Caribbean score. They already have 2 shorthanded goals in this game. Timeout called by Team Pakistan here as they try and draw something up. Pakistan got off to the good start. They had the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. Team Caribbean has bounced back and they hold a 4-1 lead late. Final game of the round robin for both of these teams, and it looks like Pakistan again will be sent down to the bronze medal game tomorrow. They did lose to Brazil in the opening game, and that might be the one that seals their fate. Here they come. Team Pakistan with a power play. We'll see when they send Sheikh to the bench for the extra attacker. Sheikh out at the top of the hash marks down in Pakistan territory. And after Pakistan wins the faceoff, he looks over to his bench. They haven't called him yet. And now with Mughal taking control, he gets it over to Craig. Sheikh still in his net. Jordan Mughal behind the net. Penalty coming up against Pakistan as the stick went flying for one of the Caribbean players. And that ruins all of their plans, Team Pakistan. Shakir Trush, the one heading to the box. And the faceoff will be all the way down in Pakistan territory with under 4 to play. And Team Caribbean looking to wrap this one up. Morgan will draw against Jordan Mughal. Poked up high, Tale. Pass off to the boards. Shot towards the net, misses wide. Morris. Gave it away. Khawaja trying to move Bice. He's spun around by the forecheck behind the net. Khawaja flies in, cuts to the middle, and lost his balance slightly, lost the puck as well. Tale turns back in his own end. Chips it off the boards to himself. Tale looks to keep going, but he gave it away. Here comes Pakistan with a shot. That goes over top of the cage. Craig back on net. And McCoy able to stick it behind the cage. Pops out, Jordan Mughal a shot, and McCoy shuts the door. Craig grabs that carom back in neutral ice. Poke deep into Pakistan territory. Craig moves it all the way around to Morris. Now Craig on it again. Tristan Mughal tried the toe drag in, couldn't do it. And Rosario back out the other direction. Rosario a drive, and that misses wide along the ice. Comes all the way out to the red line. Tristan Mughal couldn't get past DeBow. Nunez a shot that was blocked on the way through. Khawaja and Nunez come together. Nunez wins the puck, trying to juggle it. And here comes Ahmad on the left wing. A drive misses wide on the short side. Final seconds ticking off what is currently a Caribbean power play. And we'll now get some 5-on-5 hockey. Under 2 to go. Caribbean a 3-goal advantage. This one whistled down, and we will get another face-off. Too many men on the ice. A penalty coming up against Team Pakistan. And that one a mental mistake for a Pakistani side that has had a rough night. Pakistan has to put somebody in the penalty box here. Hanzala body steps over the boards and now goes back over. And finally, Craig is the one who gets to sit and serve the 2. Shot on goal, didn't get all the way through. Pakistan still can't clear the zone. Rosario tried to drag it to the net. That didn't work. Kramer overskated. Rosario with a nice little move. On his backhand, Rosario down Main Street. Tried to sweep it out in front. Tale on the backhand, and a save by Sheikh. Great stop from Sheikh as he sprawled to stop Kramer. Here comes Culpepper with a long-range try, and that one gloved and held by Sheikh. Silverman out to take the face-off for Team Caribbean. Jordan Mughal for Pakistan. Mughal overskated it. Played to the near side to Badi. Badi tried to chip his way by, couldn't do it. Back comes Caribbean. Tekor deep into the offensive zone. Umar Khan all the way up to Jordan Mughal. Trying to force his way by. Mughal couldn't kick it back up to his stick. Dale will circle back with 37 seconds left to go. Pakistan electing not to pressure. And now Umar Khan does. 25 seconds left to go. Team Caribbean is going to finish perfect in the group stage atop men's Division 2. And Team Pakistan is bound for the bronze medal game. Telemik moved it back out, and that will do it. Tamar McCoy gets the win. And Team Caribbean, gold medal game bound. They win the group stage in men's Division 2. Darius Nichols with a hat trick for Team Caribbean, 2 of them short-handed. His first 3 goals of this tournament is up to 3 goals and 3 assists through the group stage. A big part of this victory, a testy victory, a testy game, as both sides turned up the temperature throughout, and the Pakistan fans cheering on their team. They came out to support. One more game for both of these sides, both for medals. It will be Team Pakistan tomorrow taking on Team Mexico for the bronze medal, and then Team Mexico for the bronze medal, and then Team Caribbean will face Team Brazil for the gold. But first we have Brazil against Mexico to wrap up the round robin. And that will feature a Mexican national anthem performed by a mariachi band. So find that one on the Dream Nations Cup YouTube channel, dreamnationscup.com/live. Like and subscribe there. But for now, Will Wiggleman saying goodnight. One more game coming up in the round robin. So find me again, and we'll see you there.